Hi everyone, good morning. Today I am making Cai Chua, which is pickled mustard greens. And I bought this bag at the Asian market this morning, and it comes packaged like this. So not like I can pick however many I wanted to buy, but it was pretty cheap. It's only $1.30 for the package, and that's about 2.5 pounds. And we'll also need some yellow onions. This is optional. You can just use the mustard greens if you want, or if you want to replace the yellow onions, you can use green onions. You can add some garlic, some Thai chili. It's all completely up to you, or just do it plain using the mustard greens, but I really like the yellow onions with it. I know sometimes you go to the market and they don't have signs above the vegetables that are in English, but the sign will sometimes say this, Cải muối dưa lớn. That's what I saw the sign this morning, and that's what it said on top of this this bag of vegetable right there. Or that's a vegetable? Okay, so yeah, there you go, $1.30. Okay, what you'll want to do first is just cut off the tips of the mustard greens like that, and then we're going to wash these several times because they're super dirty until the water is clear. So that'll probably take like maybe 3-4 times. Okay, after you wash your mustard greens, go ahead and cut them up to any size or width that you want, and then go ahead and place them on some trays, and we're going to sun dry them for about 6 to 8 hours. This is actually going to be the perfect day to make this, and that's the reason why I wanted to make it today, because of the weather. It's going to be really warm, probably about 76-78 degrees. I can already feel the heat, and it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. So the best thing to do is do this in the morning, put it outside, let it sun dry, maybe go to work or do what you need to do, come back, and it should be dry in a couple hours. So I'll do this, I'll let it sit out, and then in the afternoon I'll bring it in, late in the afternoon I'll bring it in, and we can start making it. Okay, I placed them outside, and like I said, it's still really early in the morning, only 9 o'clock, so this is the only corner which has any sun at this time. So I placed it right there, and as the sun moves around, then I'll go ahead and move my mustard greens out as well to where the sun is at. But I did put some cellophane on top just to protect it from any bird poop. I'm just paranoid like that. I'm afraid I'll come out and there'll be bird poop on my mustard greens, and I will not be happy. So yeah, I just place them on top just to protect it. Okay, and then we'll leave it out here, and like I said, I'll move it when the sun moves around, and we'll take it in later. For your yellow onion, just slice it as so, like that, and we're gonna set it aside. Just put it here. And for the Thai chili peppers, I just cut off the ends like this. I'm just going to check on my mustard greens and see how they're doing. It's only been less than an hour, but I just want to make sure the sun hasn't completely moved away from it or anything like that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, see, it started to dry, and it's been less than an hour. So I'll just kind of flip them over a little bit to get the other side dry too. And if you don't want to sun dry your mustard greens, another way of doing this is to blanch your mustard greens, but this is the method that I prefer. So but the other way is a lot quicker. It's just completely up to you. Okay, now I'm gonna make the brine for to pickle the mustard greens, and I'm gonna use this much water. I'm gonna pour it into a pot here. Alright, let me turn on the heat. Okay, heat is on. And this is sugar. This is distilled white vinegar. And this is salt. So I have a small bowl of sugar here. I'll pour that in. And then this is about, I think, half of a small bowl. See, half. And then this here is the salt, and it's a little bit less than half. of a small bowl. So I'm going to put that in. And so we're going to bring this to a boil, and then once it boils, then we'll turn off the heat and let it sit until it cools down to touch. Once it's still warm, then we'll go ahead and put our mustard greens into this big old jar here, and then pour our brine into the jar. Okay, once you've poured everything in, just mix it up and let everything dissolve, and then bring it to a boil. Okay, so the vinegar mix has come to a boil, so let's go ahead and turn it off. And we're just going to let it sit there until it cools down. Not completely cooled though. You should be able to touch it and it should still feel a little warm. It's been about 5 hours, and I just brought in my mustard greens, and you can see this is what it looks like after 5 hours. It's all nice and dry and kind of wilted, and you kind of actually smell it already. I can already smell the mustard greens. It smells so yummy. And for this tray here, there was originally 3 trays, but I went ahead and condensed them down to 2. And for this one here, I'm just gonna use the yellow onions and the Thai chili, and we're just gonna mix that up. And hopefully I can fit all that into the big jar, the glass jar. In the pot, you can touch it. It's still a little warm, so that's good. It's been almost like an hour. So, okay, so let's go ahead and put these into the big jar right here. So let's go ahead and put some in here. Just put them in, but don't like squeeze them down. Just gently put some into the container here. Going in, Scooby-Doo. I can't wait to have some. And in a couple of days, I made this because I'm planning to make some braised pork, which is tikal, but with ribs. So it's tikal sunong, and that's why I made this to go with that. So once this pickles in a couple of days, I can eat this with the sunong, the tikal sunong. So I'm really excited about that. Alright, it's all in. Now we can put some of the brine in. So I just poured all there's a little bit left here, but I poured some of the vinegar mix into this jar. As you can see, it's filled to the top. So, ta-da! Like that. Let it cool, and once it's completely cooled, we'll put the lid on and either place it on the counter. If the weather's cold, what you can do is you can put it in your oven. It is now cooled, so let me go ahead and put the lid on. And alright, here we are, guys. 10 days later, we have some pickled mustard greens, and look at how beautiful it is. Look at the olive color. Isn't it gorgeous? And delicious too. I already tried it. At 10 days, it's ready to eat, but I'm actually not going to eat it for another 2 days because I'm going to be making my braised pork in a couple days. So I'm just going to let it sit for another 2 days in the jar like this. But like I said, it is ready to eat. It just depends on how sour you like your pickled mustard greens. It is simple, it is easy, and not to mention cheap to make yourself. You can make a whole jar for $1.30. Actually a little bit more than that. I have a small jar on the side. But yeah, $1.30. And years ago, I used to buy these, like sometimes I tried once buying it in a package at the supermarket, and it was so disgusting. Like I took a bite and I threw the whole package away. So that was like a total waste of money. But at the Asian markets, they have like these huge bins they'll put in the refrigerator section, and you just go there and you just scoop out the mustard greens yourself, and those aren't bad. Those are pretty good. But if it's so simple and cheap and easy to make, why not do it yourself, right? So there you go. Thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to check out my other cooking videos, I have a bunch out there. Thanks so much. Have a great day, and I'll see you later, alligator. Bye.